right, cool. So you ready to roll?
I'm ready.
Yeah. Ha ha. Late ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Today, coming with another wonderful episode of That's Right Specials. And on screen, we are going to be talking about Queen Sono. But I'm not by myself. I got NERDSoul Light. Say what's up. And of course, over here in the square to your left, I believe, amazing artist, creator, super cool friend of the show. Also, do not sleep, bobsledding champion 2018 and 19. I give to you, Takeia Marie.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on?
So
that was the intro right there. That was crazy.
Yo, man, I try to make sure everybody get them dope intros. Like everybody know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get their love. Big shout out to everybody in the chat that's watching, lurkers or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I see there's a couple people up in there. So if you're lurking and all that good stuff, what's up to you? We're talking about Queen Sono. Because we got some news, which is a good thing. Yeah. And we just enjoy the show in general. I guess I'll throw it to you. Coming off of Queen Sono season 1, how did you feel about like the production value, the acting and all of that in general?
I loved it, honestly. Like, I really loved it. First of all, I was really glad to see a show representing different countries in Africa, not as we see it here. Like, there was no, you got to send somebody $1 and and all that nonsense like that. I don't know, United Way.
Somebody in my chat a long time ago said, not the UNICEF version of Africa.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think that goes a really long way, right? Because a lot of the ideas that we get about places and things and people comes from the things that we watch. Yep. And so from what I understand too, Netflix is trying to do shows and produce shows from different countries in Africa. So I was glad to see that. I really liked the production value. I thought it was a fun show. I like action shows.
Yes.
I thought the storytelling was good, like the characters I really liked. So I was like, yeah, I definitely want a season 2 of this.
Yeah, the first thing I noticed is how great the just how it looked, like how it was color graded, how it was shot, directed, the choreography on the action. And then there's a real jet setting vibe to the show. Like, like we here, there, everywhere. We in all kinds of different countries. And you really get this idea of a large scale kind of like operation with someone like Queen in this show. And, the organization as well, which is something that really, really drives home a point of this is not like the cheap, the poor. This is not like the meek kind of situation that you're used to seeing.
Yeah.
Right now, what you're getting is like the real, whether we're in Ghana or Kenya or wherever they were, I can't remember the different countries they went to, but like the bottom line is like we see in the real. Like this ain't this is what's up for real. We're top quality. We ain't joking. We got guns, choreography, all kinds of cool stuff, and we're pulling it off at a high level. And then, like you said, when you get into the family stuff, it's like, oh snap.
Yeah.
Word up. Like, I was like, cause and I mean, we'll get into the characters later, but it's like, got old boy, old flame, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Homie left the game, came back. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Then you got
we got to get into that too. Like that whole kind of, I guess, love triangle, love tetrahedron going. I don't know what shape it is, but it's
because it's not technically like a love
Yeah.
triangle, but it's sort of. We'll get into
It's yeah.
because Russian chick be acting
We'll
funny,
get
so
into
she be acting sort of funny style. And she
we'll get
evil
into
anyway,
it.
but there is this like familial connection, this
Mhm.
close personal and interpersonal relationship that it's like, oh, we drive deeper into this organization as a whole.
Yeah.
And I loved it. You know what I'm saying? I loved every minute of it, and it was a lot of fun to watch. So the good thing is we did get some news in the Corona timeline. I mean, you know, it's tough out there, but we did get some news. Queen Sono season 2 release date. We got a cast and a synopsis. What is it? They announced this back on April 28th that there will be a season 2. It's officially happening. They didn't really give a release date per se, but they did say early 2021. So probably
they did
first
say they
quarter.
were gonna. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, do your thing.
No, I was gonna say I did think I read that they were gonna start filming towards the end of this year.
Okay.
Yeah, so
because
I don't know. Yeah,
other
like
countries
2021
have done a better job of handling the Corona timeline.
Right. Not
Due
like
to
here.
difference in leadership and difference in civilians under that leadership. But we'll let that slide. Not on this show. Y'all can check me Friday for that mess.
Right.
But we do have this this good news. So I'm like, cool. You know, early 2021. That means we're gonna get some new episodes. We're gonna get our revenge that I'm excited, you know, hopeful to get. And pretty much everybody's, you know, the cast, you know, pretty much everyone's coming back. So everything's fine. There's nobody like kind of missing. And then they give us a synopsis saying, you know, that basically, you know, we don't have everything fleshed out yet. But they do say Queen may have stopped the Russian heiress Ekaterina from taking over South Africa in her first attempts at ruling the country's precious mineral reserves, but that won't stop the villainous menace from attempting to do so a second time, raising the stakes for our hero in the process. The SOG will also have to contend with the rebel group Watuwima, who is also looking to stop any takeover of Africa. Which is another thing I enjoy on the show is that there's more than just a good guy and a bad guy. I love it when you have sort of like multiple fronts. Like you have different competing interests in the same show. So like Watuwima isn't technically a bad guy, but they're kind of against the SOG. But now we know the SOG is kind of dirty. So
the SOG is dirty. So I mean, nobody's hands are really clean in this show, which is like what I really like, because to me that's better character development, you know, because it's not like black and white, good and evil versus thing. Like even a Katerina, she you can understand why she's the way she is. Not that I agree with what she's doing. But, you know, when they get into her past about how she was abused, how she was, you know, physically, mentally by her dad, but she was also like the one he was hardest on. So she came out better, honestly.
Yeah, it's like,
and in terms of like
he was meaner to her, but that actually made her raise her game.
Exactly. Like her game was stepped up.
Yeah, to where the son was kind of able to just skate by. And didn't have to do anything.
But what I'm saying is like they actually go into why she's the way she is. So like it's not just like, oh, here's this lady coming in and she's just trying to take over. You know that she started somewhere and became that person, right?
I mean, she is still evil. But...
She is evil. I'm not giving her any excuses.
We ain't giving no passes up in here.
I ain't giving her any excuses, but I'm glad it's not, you know, like a cookie cutter villain. You know what I'm saying? And then like Queen, man, I like, you know what I really like? That Queen is not the strong Black woman trope. You know what I'm saying? Like
and
it's
for those that don't know about the strong Black
Mhm.
woman trope, please break that down.
So the strong Black woman trope is very, I think, binary, and I think it's born out of Black women being on screen and only being seen in one kind of way, and usually in a submissive way. And so then the Black woman, the strong Black woman trope was born out of that. But the problem with that is it gives a lot of Black women who are characters in movies and TV and stuff no dimension. So there's only like this pedestal of you have to be perfect, you always have to be strong, you can't mess up. And what I liked about Queen is that she's flawed. You know, she's not like Queen is very can be very selfish, right? She can be very selfish, but then you see moments where she's very selfless, like when she ran in that building to and didn't even think twice about it. The fact that she helped William with getting through school, didn't think twice about that. But like she has different facets to her, and she's not clean and she's not perfect, but it feels like she's a person,
doing the best she can.
Right, but she feel, and because of that, she feels like a person. The trope never feels like a person. It feels like somebody's ideal of what a Black woman should be, or how a Black woman should act. And that's what I like about her character.
Yeah, I dig the fact that she has it all, but she's dealing with real life pressures, like
and trauma too, right?
Yeah, and trauma too. Yeah. Like she's able to go in like karate everybody and shoot people and stuff. But at the same time, she kind of feels like sort of a certain way about her boy's girl.
Yeah, right.
Because there's like it's like something like a little something there. It's not a lot there, but it's like a little something there. So she kind of felt a certain way, but then she's at the same time, it's like, hey, he's moved on. I've kind of moved on. We both have our own lives. You know what I'm saying? She has the whole thing about the shadow of her mother, while still figuring out her feelings from the past relationship with, what is his name?
Shandu?
I think, yeah. Figuring out her feelings for him, and then also continuing to see that the SOG may not be everything it's cracked up to be.
Yeah, exactly.
And I like that. It's no different than the great portrayals we get from someone like James Bond. I think this mirrors James Bond in an awesome way, and something that I always wanted from a property like this, because I remember, a lot of people were like saying like, we want a Black Bond. Oh, we should get a Black woman Bond. And I was like, why don't we just make something that's like Bond, but we own it? And it's not, and I don't know who owns Queen Sono, but what I'm saying is like your own property that doesn't have to be tied to the history of like, oh, somebody white used to have this and I'm mad about it. It's like, no, we got our own thing. It's dope. Actually, it's not only comparable, but actually as a person, there's way more tying me to this show than you. Because until recently, you didn't know nothing about Bond. He was a dude. He was a dude that was real cool, but that was it.
And got a lot of women.
Yeah, but I mean, now we get a little bit into his like background and his family and stuff. But before that portrayal in what Skyfall or whatever, we didn't really have much about his family here. You know what I'm saying? You have activism, colonization, meeting with, essentially being a cop. And where that meets the activism of your mother, stepping into your mother's shoes, how your grandmother feels about it, kind of still being there for her, your friends, even keeping the dude on the computers. I cannot remember his name either, but
Frederick, I think. Frederick
See, let me pull it
that
up.
that
Yes.
lost his sister, right?
Yeah. Lost his sister. Because
Mm-hmm.
Fred actually went, and then we also again with him, we get a nice little side story
Mm-hmm.
of Fred, like, yo,
Yeah.
look, I found the guy. And
Mm-hmm.
dealing with the trauma of I I have the opportunity to kill you. I'm here and I'm not able to do it. And part of me is kind of not wanting me to do it now. Like it is very interesting the way they played their characters and how they made them handle things. And I think
Yeah.
that makes this show just that much better. On top of seeing this vast, you know, amazing continent of these beautiful countries that we never get to see normally from, I don't know, MSNBC, CNN, whatever, you
Yeah.
name it, ABC
Yeah.
News, whatever. You get to see a different side where you're like, oh, that looks like the city down the street or something like that. Looks like there's no,
Yeah.
besides like the road signs, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this looks like the US. Like, so,
Yeah. Exactly.
it's no different.
Yeah. And even like what you were saying about Fred, right? I like, again, like that's why I said I like the characters, because they could have easily just had him be the dude who's good at computers and left it at that.
Yeah.
But then they gave him a whole backstory. And I don't remember the guy's name that killed his parents and took his sister.
Yeah, he ended up being like a governor. He ended up getting kind of like this peacetime promotion kind of thing. And they played into that. They played into like these guys that are sort of like warlords turned dictators. And now we want to sweep away the dirt. Everything's clean now. And I'm a benevolent leader. And let's forget about the thousands of people I killed.
Yeah, but see, that's what I like that when Fred confronted him, it was like, yeah, kill me, because he was ashamed of everything. Like he was carrying this guilt the whole time. Again, doesn't make what he did right, but they could have easily just made him a one-note guy.
Yeah, he could have been a mustache twirling villain.
Tries to kill Fred. Yeah, and Fred kills him. And Fred is not a killer. Like you could tell, he's not a killer. So when the guy had that reaction to him, he was like, "Hold up! Like now I don't even know if I want to do this, because you actually, he had built this guy up in his mind to be this villain, and then when he got there, he wasn't what he thought he was gonna be, or his reaction wasn't what he thought it would be, and that kind of, you could see that kind of messed him up a little bit. So it's like, what do you do now?
Yeah, because he approached him. He was like, well, I guess my number's up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be surprised that this is happening. I can't be surprised that this has come back for me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I thought it was extremely well done. And jumping off of that, we have the ending scene where we find out, especially, or maybe not the ending scene, but the last episode, we find out Ekaterina goes to see Grandma Dukes. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, oh my God.
Oh
my God.
Grandma is so real, because Grandma knew she here to kill me. But she ain't trip. She did look out the back door real quick though. She was like,
right, she did. She was
she looked out the back window, she was like, but she maintained her strength and stayed there. She did not give up. Her daughter, granddaughter or nothing. Like she was just like, look, I know what you're here for. I'm gonna still, play nice and dumb and everything, but I ain't going, I ain't gonna fall for this. And
that was a big moment for me. And when I was watching it, because when you hit me up and you were like, we're gonna talk about what we want out of season 2, very first thing I thought is, I need my girl Mazette to be avenged. That's the very first thing I need, because they took my girl out. They took her out.
And she ain't did nothing to nobody.
Loved her. Like I loved her as a character. I like that whole, like the back and forth, like the whole dynamic between her and Queen was like really cool. You really felt like, oh, that's like my grandmother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
she definitely has that energy, like just a very natural, genuine. It's like, oh yeah, I know this lady. If like she's not my grandmother, this is like my boy's grandma, or she's the older lady in my hood. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, exactly. Like even when she was doing Queen's hair, I was like, look at how she got her neck. That's like, get your head over here. Like that's a grandmother for you. Like, come here, turn your head. Dang there, break
like
your
wrangling.
neck, trying to get your hair braided, trying to get some bantu knots in. But that's what I liked about it. And you actually like feel her gone as a character. I think like when she was killed, you actually feel it because she was such a great character, and I really liked, their whole relationship. So I was like, Queen.
And at the end of the season, we get Queen, and Queen knows. Queen like, I'm gonna get you, man. Like she ain't saying it, but in her mind, she was like,
yeah. In her eyes, it was.
And they already saw each other in the coffee shop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they didn't look too good for Queen. So now it's like I was like, round 2, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Because Katarina kind of put a whooping on her. Like it was. I was like, Queen. Oh,
and see, I like that because Queen carries herself in this way where it's like, it'll all work out. I do what I want. What could happen? I mean, look at sort of how she got Ekaterina's brother killed. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like this, I'll just, talk to this guy and talk to that guy and kind of mix this around and like, yo, you got people hurt.
Yeah.
Like you kind of like gallivanting, but of course we see what happens when she kind of goes in somewhere, didn't listen, because she was supposed to go in there and be like, look, go in here, just, do some recon. Don't do nothing. Don't say nothing. Shh, keep it on the quiet. Nah, you got to come in here with the illest dress on. Like, supposed low. All right? No. She came out, threw the leg out there, pow, there go the leg. And then they're going to walk down all cool. It's like, yo, what up, Panda in the chat? Nice to see you. But, you know what I'm saying? You cause a stir just for being there. Then you get involved with the whole dirty dealings in the back. People end up getting shot.
Yeah.
And, that's a hard lesson for her to learn. Like, you can't just kind of like run around and do what you want. There's things at stake. But Katarina got to go down.
And on that point, like, and that's where I like that they didn't follow the strong Black woman trope, because there would be nowhere for her to go if they did that. Like if she didn't mess up, it would be nowhere. Because now you're curious about what's gonna happen to her. Is she gonna get it together? Is she gonna be able to avenge her grandmother? Is she gonna be able to feel like she can walk in her mom's shoes, or does she feel like she needs to carve her own path in order to, be a better person, whatever? Because even with William, and you mentioned this about William's girl and Queen having a problem with her. I think Queen's problem with William's girl is because Queen knows she's not good for William. I think she knows that she's not good for him, even though she wants to be. I think she knows that the girl that he has is not going to get him killed, is not going to get him caught up in all kinds of, nonsense, is not, is going to be there for him. And I think she feels like insecure about it. And that's what it is.
She's kind of like looking at her like, I wish I could be like this for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, she is kind of like the perfect, like, she has, she's out, having nice dinners and stuff and, with friends and having a great time and it's all awesome and wonderful. And like, she's like, I'm always running around shooting people, causing a stir, people blowing up stuff. I'm driving cars and ducking around.
I'm chasing bombs.
Chasing bombs.
Like you can't have a relationship doing that.
You can't have a. It's like, look, I don't know
Not with
what.
a guy like that who's just like,
Baby, where you at? See, and like I tell people, I love watching this stuff. Chase scenes, car chases are amazing. Just the other day, I watched Quantum of Solace, just the opening, just to see the car chase. Do I want to be in a car chase? No. Do I want to watch it? Of course. Yeah. I want to be driving down the street, people shooting at me. No, I live a regular life. All right.
Right.
Regular.
Exactly. Regular.
No bullets. Shouts out to Little Miss Chocolate up in here. What up? But I did want to jump on like when you were talking about how, you know, the hair, you know, the hair skills was real.
Yeah.
Queen's hair was on point whole season, and
all the time.
And William's girlfriend's hair was on point all season. And even though I'm not a fan of her, see if I can pull up her name. The lady that ran the SOG, she was black,
I know you're talking about.
But her hair was on point too.
Everybody looked good.
Even though I think she was rocking a lot of weave, but we'll let it slide because you know what I'm saying. Black women, you know what I'm saying. I know sometimes. Look, hey, you gotta get your you know diversity on. You gotta change it up. Maybe you want to throw a wig on. You gotta do what you gotta do. But her hair was whack most of the time. But even with her, you get this backstory of her mom, and then her kind of bringing up Queen when her mother died. Like there's so many great tie-ins on this that I can't wait until season 2. Because I think we're going to see a larger rift. And matter of fact, I'll preface this with I want us to get into what we think we're going to get in season 2. Because first, I think we're going to get a greater rift between Queen and the SOG. I don't know how it's going to end. I don't know if I see Queen leaving the SOG because right now I think she needs the SOG to get her revenge. But I think the relationship is going to be very strained, especially after the conversation she had with I guess second command or whatever. No, he's the head. I think the guy's the head, and her sort of adoptive sister is like the second in command or whatever. But I think it's going to be very strained to where it's going to be even more on some Bond stuff where it's like, I'm going to go do what I want and y'all just leave me alone. Y'all just get out of my way.
Yeah.
Be like,
that's what I see happening.
Yeah. Just get out of my way. But what are you expecting to see in season 2?
You know what question I have? Is she gonna run off with Shan, do you think, once the falling out with the SOG happens? Because I think that's absolutely gonna happen, and I think she'll probably find an even greater connection between the SOG and what happened with her mom. And her father shows up too. So that's gonna be, remember, her father shows up in the end. So
and
that's
I forgot about the Watuwima because Shanna's leading them, and you have that dude that's already on the outs with them, sort of like we taking orders from this lady.
Yeah,
what makes her different than any other colonizer? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You can't fall for that.
Because really, Shinzu, the whole time I was like, I had the same kind of thought, like you know, you're in bed with this woman and she's gonna play you, and how do you not see it? How do you not see it? Because she was already out here giving him orders, like in episode 5 or 4, giving him orders, and he was like, I don't take orders from what?
It's like, yo, I think what's gonna happen is Watuwima or this situation is gonna get away from him. Like he's not gonna be able to control either thing, and either she's going to have to put the smack down on Watuwima or vice versa, because they're seeming like the fake bad guys that she can come in and save everyone in South Africa from. And I do think we're going to see a reconnection between Queen and him, maybe on their own, because we already have 3, maybe 4 different factions. We got SOG, we got Ekaterina, we got Watuwima, and then we have whatever her dad is going to be down with.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't know if we can trust him just yet.
Yeah, I agree with that. Queen and Shandu too. I kind of feel like there's gonna be a big rift between them, because remember when she got attacked in her apartment? I guess that was the Katarina's boys that sent, and remember Shandu killed the dude so he wouldn't talk. Eventually she gonna find out that he was
She
in
gonna be
bed
like,
with,
these your people.
yeah, like these are your people that got sent to kill me. And she had to kind of, because remember William coincidentally came to the door at the same time. I was like,
that's
man,
why
you can't.
That's why you can't be with William. All right.
Yeah.
William gonna be coming around with some Dunkin' Donuts or something and end up dead.
Right, exactly. Like I got lunch.
Like,
so she had to send him away which kind of put even more of a rift on their relationship.
yeah.
So she's gonna be, I think eventually she's gonna find out what Shandu is really into, like how deep he's really into it, and it's gonna cause something between them.
Because I agree, because when I was thinking about that scene, like, can they should she have let William in? But that's a lot of explaining.
Nah, she shouldn't have let him in.
What was it? 3 dead men? 3 dead guys, right? That's a lot.
And she still had one in like a leg lock or something.
Yeah, so it's one dead guy, maybe 3 dead guys. That's a lot of especially from someone who thinks that you're like, I forgot the lie that he believes that I don't know, an art dealer or whatever she's supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly. This girl knows she's not an art dealer though.
Yeah, she like whatever you is, you lying.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what it is. But
how are you an art dealer? I never even see you around art.
You don't know nothing about no art. Oh, and shouts to the chat. Tay 1990, what up? Nice to see you. Good to see y'all up in here. Just chilling out on some Queen Sono. Season 2, man, I think, we're gonna have to deal with what I think season 2 is gonna be a big deal about. What side are you on? Like, like Shandu, like what's the deal? Like, Watuima, are you in charge? Or is she in charge? Like, is she giving us orders? Or are you giving us orders? And then Queen, like, are we staying with the SOG or no? Like, you already know, sort of been living a lie, at least as long as you've been working for them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, we're supposed to be, stopping folks, and they're just letting this stuff happen.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
You know what? Oh, well, we're just what they say, he tried to fall back on, like, we're just a research component or something. It's like, stop it. Stop it. We're just research.
Yeah, right. Just come out of here with that lie, man.
All this surveillance and stuff we got guns and operatives, and we are way past research.
Right, exactly.
Research is what you do for a college paper. All right. What we do are government-led, ran, and sanctioned operations in the guise of public or national safety. Like, don't come up in here talk about, oh, we couldn't stop them. We just little researchers. Like, lying. So
right.
But I think a big deal about what side are you on, and we need that revenge. If not full revenge, in this season, I'd like to get another scene like the coffee shop, at least a round 2.
Yeah, I need a round 2
where it's like, I see you, bitch. All right? I see you. All right, you know what I'm saying? Take rings off. Take chains off. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man.
Yeah, no, I definitely need to see a round 2, because I didn't like how it ended for Queen on that one.
Queen took a little L.
2. Yeah, she did. She took an L, ran out of there.
She was like, help me.
But she needed it,
please.
Right? She kind of, like you said, she kind of needed it. Like, she needed to be humbled, I think.
Yeah,
now the second time when she come back, she's gonna be more prepared.
She's gonna come back stronger. She's gonna get in the gym, hit the dojo, you know what I'm saying, level up. and be ready.
Exactly.
Shouts to Solar Gray in the chat said, "Are we talking Queen Sono or current events?" Due to how well Queen Sono is done, we're talking about Queen Sono, but it does tie into current events at times.
Yeah.
He says she got humbled with a few feet to the face. Yo, man.
Also, can I just say one thing? I'm glad they're not afraid to show her getting hit either. Like, it's really a brawl. And it feels like a fight. So I'm glad they're not like treating it like it's delicate or whatever. And she actually is out here.
She out here in the streets, like, you know what I'm saying, delivering them punches. So exactly. Definitely a round 2 in season 2. And I want that connection between Shandu and Queen.
You want that one?
William, man.
William can't. It's not going to be safe for William,
man. Because
it's not going to be safe for William. But I do. You know what I think? I think something will happen between her and William, but it just won't stick. Like, it just won't last.
You know what? I can see that because it's. I mean, okay. Let's not mince words. William is a handsome guy. Queen is a nice-looking young lady. You put them together. Sooner or later,
it's chaos.
Sooner or later, he might be like, "Hey, I just realized she's attractive." I don't know what. Maybe I just noticed this. So, because it's like she's attractive. She's around him all the time. You never know. Maybe something might happen and make the real girlfriend mad. You know what I'm saying? Or as dangerous as it was for him when he just visited her on a whim, she might mess around and get him killed.
Because I don't want to see him get killed.
Katarina is done looking for people tied to her. So
that's true. That is true. Yeah, and William definitely would be the next target if it was going to be anybody. He would definitely be the next target. Yeah. So. Or even like his girlfriend could get killed. And then he really has to find out what Queen is into.
Yeah. And maybe blame that on Queen or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. That would be really interesting too. So I don't know. I don't know which way they'll go with it, but there's so many different ways they could go with it.
Yeah, but either way, I'm hyped. Before we get out of here, big shout out to Solar Gray. He said, "Nice looking, handsome. These actors are unfair as He-Man art from the 80s. Look, look, I'm a married man. I'm just trying to be fair and keep this a family show, and also not have to hear nothing. All right, you know what I'm saying? Look, so I want to look. It's a family show, but before we get out of here, right over here, bobsled champion 2018, 2019. Also, artist. Yo, you got to see. Oh, has the joint that you and Robert Jeffrey come out yet, or is that still under wraps?
Yeah, I think it's still under wraps. I think they're still.
Never mind. Forget I said that. Pew. You know what I'm saying? But if you could tell them where to find you and your art, and tell them about anything that you can actually talk about.
And there's not much I can talk about right now. Except I'm working on a children's book for next year, but I can't even say what it is. But
welcome to the NBA crew. We can tell you I'm working on something and it's going to be fun.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. That's my promotion. So you can find me at TakeiaMarie.com and Takeia Marie on social media, Twitter or Instagram. I'm more pay attention to Instagram than Twitter, to be honest. So I would prefer if you'd like to follow me, you follow me on Instagram, because I also like to see what other people are doing too, especially if you're an artist. So yeah, that is my little spiel, I guess.
And of course, guys, you can check her link down below. Instagram.com/Takeia Marie, just straight normal You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She ain't got like, hyphens or underscores and nothing, like an at symbol at the end, nothing weird. It's super easy to find. As a matter of fact, for anyone who's in the chat, matter of fact, let me go in and drop that in the chat right now for anyone that's already up in that joint so they can find you. Why won't they give me the link? Give me that link. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. You know what I'm saying? Here goes her link. Check it out right there. Spam it up a little bit. Yeah, so you can check her out on Instagram. And of course, your boy, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all them places. YouTube is the hub, so hit that thumbs up if you like what you're seeing. Hit that thumbs down if you don't, but hit that thumbs down. I'm going to send Katarina after you. You know she don't play. You know what I'm saying? You know she don't play, and she mean. She be trying to act like she nice, but she's really mean though. And
you might get that whooping that Queen got.
Yo, don't get beat up in the coffee shop. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying?
Right in a Starbucks.
You know what I'm saying? Up in the Starbucks. You don't want none of that. So also podcast, if you rather listen than look. If you don't want to look or listen, open up a tab anyway. You ain't paying no attention to it. You ain't doing nothing. You at home. Why don't you go to college? But also, Spotify for music. Holla at your boy. Thank you all for coming through. Big shout out to everyone in the chat. We had Solar Gray, Little Miss Chocolate, Tay 1990. VV, I think, was in here, but I'm not sure. And Panda. What's up, Panda? Panda, it was dope to see you in the shirt. See, I got the black one. You had the yellow one. Oh, sweet. Anyway, from us to you, we say thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging with us. Queen Sono is dope. And even though it's just a little teensy bit of news, I was excited to hear about it because Queen Sono dope and we need more of it. So I'm going to leave y'all with Arcatron, ARCKATRON.com. Dope music. The Space Bridge is out in stores. And from us to you, we're just saying thank you and peace.
Guys.
Peace. We out. What up?